I'm Krista Wax. You are listening to MSP Sound on KFAI, and I am over the moon excited. I have the one and only Lady Lark joining me via Zoom. Hey,
What's going on? How are you?
I am so happy to have you on the show. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you for the invite. This is fun. I'm glad we can finally meet Zoom to Zoom face until we get to meet face to face in real life. But this is great. I'm
I,
happy to be here.
oh, me too. This is long overdue, and uh, I'm uh, I'm like stuttering now. I'm so excited.
Trust me, it happens to me all the time. I half the time I start talking, I don't even know what I'm saying, and it's just blah 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 blah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, not even the only one.
Oh my gosh. Well, I have you here. You are one of my favorite local artists. I know I say that about many artists, and I mean it every time I say it, but you are one of my favorite local artists.
Well, thank you so much. I am truly flattered. Truly.
But you also, a couple big things coming in the Lady Lark world. There's a new
Yes.
single. There's a new single coming out.
There's a new single. Oh my gosh. Finally releasing some new music. It's been 2 years. I did not. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things where, of course, I didn't expect it to be that long between releasing, last time I released music and this time. But that's just the way things go sometimes. And yeah, I'm excited to get this song out. I'm hopeful that people will enjoy it. It's kind of I think it fits nicely with a summer vibe and just having a good time, like kind of all the Lady Lark jams tend to be.
Well, I love it. And we are going to play it at the end of this interview. So stay tuned, everybody. We get to play it a little early because the single comes
Yeah.
out on June 4th, but we're going to play it after this.
Yes. Yes. A little sneak peek.
Little sneak peek. Thank you, Lady Lark.
Yes.
I love it. How did you I love the sound. I love that R&B sound, a little 90s throwback R&B. Oh my gosh, it gets me every time. How did you kind of develop that sound? I mean, I know the inspiration came from, but how did it all
Yeah.
come to fruition?
I think it really just stems from what I was listening to growing up. I'm not a super young lady here, but just those 90s jams were just where I fell in love with music, I think. So anytime that I was singing in my car or singing at home, it was those songs that, I think I guess, developed my voice to, if you will. And so just wanting to really pay homage, if you will, to that period of music. And, there's a lot of, Janet Jackson was like my idol when I was a child, right?
Yes.
A belated happy birthday to her.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah, I know. She's just, if I look that good at 55, life is good. No, she's amazing. And so, there's so many artists though, right? Just from the 90s that I just, love and adore. And so it's just been an inspiration. It wasn't even, I don't think, on purpose that I was like, hey, I want to sound like this. But just as we were writing music, and I think even just the content, the lyrics of my songs, it just kind of fit that vibe. So I just went with it and said, all right, here it is. This is my sound.
well, nice. I love it. I just it can always rock out. It can just always count on one of your tracks to just like boost the mood or, you know, get me in a
That's
happy
awesome.
place and just dance around and have fun.
Good. That's what it's there for, really. I mean, I've said it before in other interviews, but there are so many amazing artists out there that, have a very different vibe, right? It's, the deep, deep feelings and kind of dealing with really difficult emotions and situations. And Not that I will never do songs like that, but for the most part, what I love about music is that it has that ability to just kind of let go of all of that stuff, right? Let go of all the things that are kind of weighing you down and just like have a little fun, have fun, dance around, feel a little extra sexy and just all of that stuff. So that's where most of my stuff is really, leaned into, if you will.
Oh, I get that. I love that. And I love, I've seen you perform a few times as well. Love the performance. I love to see what everyone's wearing. Your bandmates, when you have backup singers, what you're wearing. Y'all look great up there. I mean, that's great stuff. That is
It's definitely fun. It's part of the whole performance, right? I always like to be in something that makes me feel really good and feel really sexy and just, like I just want to dance. And oftentimes, I've got the band members are in, a Lady Lark jacket or some sort of like some sort of matching outfit. Backup singers, similar thing, just kind of getting them to have that hopefully that feel of like, this is like a big show. Granted, I don't have any like choreographed dance moves, but that feels like we put ourselves together for the show.
absolutely. Anyway, it always looks good. I love those Lady Lark jackets.
Thank you. It's honestly one of my favorite things too. I always wonder if it's weird that I wear my own Lady Lark jacket. Like, does that make me a weirdo? But then I very quickly I'm like, I don't care. I look good in it, so I'm gonna wear it.
I love it. I'm trying to think. I bet Janet would. She would wear her jacket.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and it's just fun, Feels good. Feels good to have a jacket with your name on it. I think everybody should create some sort of, your name or a favorite phrase or I don't know, just what's your vibe and then put it on a jacket and there you go.
Yes.
Did we just come up with a new, retail idea?
I
I'm
did.
pretty sure that's not a new idea, but
But we're gonna take credit that it happened
I'm
here.
sure I created it. Yeah.
Yes. I'm trying to think what I would put on mine. Maybe I'd put my
Yeah.
name, Krista Wax. That's kind of
Yeah. It's a super dope name.
yeah,
I
like
I like it.
plain. Thanks. It's pretty
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah. Totally. Next time I see it at a show, I'm going to be looking for that Krista Wax jacket.
All right, I'll see what I can come up with. I don't know. Speaking of shows, I'm not sure if you'll be ready for your next show, but you do have another show. A show. I don't even know how to talk
Period.
about
Right.
people's shows right now. It's been so long.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I was definitely lucky enough to get to do some, virtual performances and, I did I had such a fun time doing a virtual show for New Year's Eve with the Hook and Ladder. And of course, it was not the same as having people there in person, but just to get to perform on a stage, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait until we can be in person and be dancing together and singing together and just having a good time. So now I get to do it. I get to do it. And big shout out to the Hook and Ladder. They've been so great. I'm really excited to be part of their Under the Canopy series, if you will. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Oh my gosh. That is so exciting. I'm excited. I do have to get my tickets. I better get them before this interview airs, before they go like hotcakes.
Yeah, I
I have
mean, I'm kind of a big deal. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing, of course. But no, absolutely get a ticket because I would love to see you there. I would love to see you there.
Oh, for sure. That I haven't got. Look, there we go again. Like, can we put this on pause? And I'm gonna go get my tickets and I'll come back.
Yeah.
No, no, that is my goal this week. I gotta get those tickets. So excited to see you performing at Hook and Ladder. It's Saturday, June 19th. We performing with Sophia Eris, which is amazing.
Yes.
and Louis
Love
Blaze.
her.
Woo!
Yes.
What a show. What a lineup.
It's going to be so fun. And again, just to have people in person to get that energy from the crowd and share my energy in person. It's just, yeah, get tickets, come on out, have a good time. Hopefully we'll have some good weather. And even if we don't, we're going to have a good time. So,
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that Hook and Ladder is doing this under the canopy
yes.
series, and they have so many great artists that are performing this summer,
Yeah.
including you.
Yes, I know. It's going to be so fun. I know that they've already had some shows. I need to get out to more of them. That is also, but tickets are going like hotcakes. I think everybody's just so excited to get back out there and see music in real life. It's going to be
Mm,
great.
for sure. I know I can't imagine how tough this time has been for you as a musician, just not being able to. I mean, you've mentioned the virtual shows, which I'm sure helped a lot, but
Hmm.
what a tough time. How have you been? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay, right? I'm healthy. I'm still singing and still making music, which is amazing. And it was definitely a hard year. I'm not gonna pretend like it was a walk in the park by any means. But yeah, it was tough. I mean, not only with the pandemic and having shows canceled and not seeing bandmates and my writing partners and friends and family and all of that. And then, oh, by the way, on top of that, there is some serious social unrest
Mm,
that really, I mean, continues, right? There's so much going on, and it really hit close to home, literally and figuratively. And so, yeah, it was a really tough year. And I think some people were able to use that difficult time and really create more. But it was not the case for me. It wasn't an inspiring time for me to go and create and record all these demos or anything. But here we are now, and I have been working in the studio and working on some new stuff. And just, yeah, excited that things are starting to open up again, and COVID numbers are leveling out, and people are getting vaccinated and staying safe. And so I'm ready for a, a shift, a shift in the music and in the music scene, and just more live music. And I hope more seriously, a shift in some of the social injustices that have been going on for a really, really long time. So,
absolutely. It has been a year.
hmm,
So much has
yeah,
happened, and yeah, a lot of that social and civil unrest happening. I mean, yeah, like you mentioned, this has been going on a long time. I think a lot of us we're really tuned in at this point. Like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
right.
Uh, I know that that's definitely made me more aware of what's going on in the world outside of my little tiny space here.
Hmm.
And so it is a bummer that's happened, but I think it sounds like, or I don't know, maybe I'm just being optimistic. It feels like there's a good shift that is happening, that it
Yeah.
made so many more people aware of what's going on in some of the
Hmm.
issues that have come up.
Right.
So,
For sure. I think in anything, anybody who's, optimistic or wants to be optimistic, it's really focusing on finding those silver linings in really, really hard, shitty situations, right? And so um, to see the amount of activism that has come out of this, I think, and just seeing how communities have come together, it's just been very promising. So I think it's okay to be optimistic. It's also okay to be really sad and disappointed and frustrated and all the emotions. But I try to choose optimism as much as I can, knowing there's plenty of work to be done, of course.
absolutely. I know the guilty verdict that came out was, I mean, very bittersweet, as it's like finally a little justice done, but there is just a lot more work that needs to be done, and just a lot more awareness that needs to be made known. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's, those, but I think it's okay to celebrate small wins. And sometimes they feel like big wins to some and small wins to others. And again, all of that is okay. And um, I we're moving in the right direction. I can feel it. I'm going to put it out into the universe. We're going to continue on the path towards justice.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that.
All right.
I think we're not almost there, but we're getting there. Just
we're getting there. Keep working.
Trucking along. Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. So Big World single coming out.
Big World. Yes.
Woo!
I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
We'll do a little dancing when it comes out, all of it.
Thank you for joining me in the little shoulder.
Yeah.
Like you pick
a little shoulder action.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, what is that from Sister Act? I don't know. I don't know if you're obsessed with that movie like I am. But she's like, give me some of that deep shoulder action. And I love that part. Anyways.
Yes, I love that movie so much. So and Sister Act 2. I mean, I know it's not as great as the first one, but Lauren Hill's in the second one.
I mean, yeah. And just the music and all of it is just fun, and I love it. It was a great movie. I mean, anytime it's on TV, I'm like, well, I gotta watch it now. If it's on, I gotta watch it, right? There are a few movies that really make me pause like that, and Sister Act is just one of them. and I'll do the deep shoulder action with them. Right. Get that dancing in.
Right.
Just gotta.
Well, single coming out. Anything else happening? You said you were doing some recording here and there, just a couple singles. Anything else coming
out? So I feel like anytime I say it's going to be like this, things always change. But what I can tell you is more music is coming. I don't know if it'll be in a full album, if it'll just be singles, if it'll be an EP or what. But we're working on some new jams, and I'm really excited. I just feel like, each time we're recording, it just feels like growth for my own just development as a performer, as an artist, and I'm really excited about what's to come. So no specific announcements per se, but just know more music is on the way.
Ooh, that'll get me through.
Yes. Good.
That's all I need. I was drawn in. I found you on Bandcamp years ago. I mean, I want to say, I don't know what year that first EP came out, like For a Good Time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was like scanning through Bandcamp, which everyone you can do and you should do. Keep an eye on Bandcamp. Don't sleep on it. You can look up the location. So I looked up Minneapolis, and I saw that little album cover that's black, and it had like the blue and purple kind of neonish, and that drew me in. I'm like, what is this?
What's this?
What is this? I know I'm gonna like this, and that is how I found your music. I knew I would have found you at some point, but that was it. Scanning through Bandcamp.
That is awesome.
Trying to find music to play on KFAI, and I was like, awesome. What is this? This is so amazing.
I love it. Oh, that's so fun. It's always fun to hear how people, hear of various bands, whether it's me or anybody. It's like, or do you even remember, right, of when you found out about a band or a singer or what have you? And that's awesome. Bandcamp, that's so great. I owe them some of me. Gotta get. Thank you, Bandcamp.
You've already paid them because you let them have your music on there to like.
Exactly. You're right. You're right. Yes.
Come on.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I will definitely keep that in mind.
Oh my gosh. Well, Lady Lark, thank you so much for joining me. This was a blast.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Thank you. And people didn't see this and now I'm going to out myself. But in our before we got started, I like screamed. I was like, oh my God. And I still feel that way. Thank you so much for joining me. And no, that part will not be aired anywhere. The video will not be there where I go, you're here. But you just heard it now. Now you know why I just out myself. I can't help it.
I know. It's, it's just let it all out, right? It's just be you and embrace it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, thanks for not hanging up right away.
Never.
But yes, big show coming up. Oh, so let's say Big World coming out first. We're going to hear it after this interview. But Big World everywhere, Friday, June 4th. Big show, June 19th, Saturday.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, with Sophia, Eris, and Lewiee Blaze. Oh my gosh, that's going to be amazing.
I'm so excited. Yeah, come on out. We're going to have a really good time dancing, some new music. Just, it's going to be a blast. So hope to see you there.
Oh my gosh, I will be there. I won't make a sign or anything, I promise.
I mean,
hi.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you at your show.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Krista. Have a great night.
You too.